Well, hello, America. Welcome to Homes and Homies. I'm one of your hosts, John Hanson, with...
And I'm Ernest Enriquez.
And we got...
And I am Mike Litwin with Thrive Mortgage.
Yes, James Cardenas, my insurance group.
The man himself.
Yes, sir.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Hey,
We got a fun-packed episode for you guys today, don't we?
It's going to be interesting.
I'm scared. I see a lot of different variety of things.
It's going to be awesome.
There's 5 spoons on the table, 4 plates. And today we're going to be changing it up a little bit and doing a segment called...
That ain't right.
That is not right.
It ain't right.
It's just wrong.
Our special guest here, Mike, today from Thrive Mortgage, has brought to our attention that he absolutely hates ketchup on hot dogs.
You should never put ketchup on a hot dog.
Explain why.
Well, I'm a native Chicagoan. So deep lore says that ketchup will ruin a hot dog. No matter what else you put on it, it overpowers it and destroys the hot dog. So we all know that Chicago dog is the best in the world. And
What does that have on
There's
it?
a prescribed things you can put on there, and ketchup is not on there. Even Dirty Harry has a whole scene about you can't put ketchup on a hot dog.
What's on the Chicago?
You should ask.
He came prepared.
To make a Chicago dog by the Vienna Beef Company, which makes the best dogs in the world.
I lay it on him.
So we got yellow mustard,
But it's a mild yellow
relish,
mustard.
fresh chopped onions, 2 tomato wedges, not one, a kosher dill pickle, 2 Vienna sport peppers, and a dash of celery salt.
That's
That is your
beautiful.
perfect dog. And they didn't mention the sesame seed bun, or actually the poppy seed bun.
Okay.
And they're supposed to be boiled, not baked.
Yeah.
You must know.
Kind of like the toilet, right?
Kind of like
Not like, well, I mean, if you got that, it's a little...
the
on gross side, but-
1930s when you boil everything.
Well, no, that was the reference was to the guy that fed hot water to his toilet bowl, and he was boiling his hot dogs so that he could have a dog on the throne.
No, that ain't right.
That's not right.
Didn't you mention something about the S-trap?
Yeah, remember I sent you a little invention the other day where you actually could put a breathing apparatus in your toilet bowl so you could survive during a fire.
I thought it was a nuclear attack. But either one will work. Yeah.
And then you just...
I might just rather perish. I don't know. I'm not sure I want to breathe through a toilet to make it through it.
True. Right.
Dear Lord, it's my time. Forget
It
it.
actually got a patent in the United States. I mean, I was pretty impressed that was actually an invention.
Are they selling?
I don't know if a single one sold, but
So there's somebody can make money off of anything these days. Honestly, there's still a bunch of ideas out there.
There
you know what
are.
I mean? Like you go home and you're like, oh my god, what can I create? I don't know. That's my personality type. You know what I mean? And
That's
it's
me
like,
too. My brain just doesn't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And like 3 years ago, I had the genius idea of making a PB&J shop because I'm like, oh, dude, PB&J this, PB&J that.
Oh wow.
Well, there's a PB&J store in Vegas now. There's a PB&J location here in San Antonio called PB&J with K, or Tay, I think it is. They have a food truck. They go all over the place, but they got like jalapeno jelly. They got like everything.
so they stole the idea from you.
They stole my idea. This was 3 years ago. I should have patented it, you know. and
That's a pretty small niche right there. Man, that's pretty specific.
It is very specific, but when you look at it, there's a lot of like German companies, or in Germany, they do like, I don't know if it's German, it might be French, where they do like French toast with PB&J and cinnamon, and they sprinkle it with that powder, the sugar powder,
Right.
that they put
Powdered
on
sugar.
the
Powdered
powder
sugar.
sugar,
Yep.
sugar powder,
You
powder
got to
sugar.
say it the right way.
So
Powdered sugar.
You know, you get killed in certain areas for that. You know
That
what I mean?
wrong.
You put it on your churro.
So I'm hesitant. I'm hesitant to say this just because I don't really want to see a peanut butter and jelly sandwich show up on the show, but I cannot stand peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
What?
So my mom made them every day for lunch, growing up from like the age of like 4 or 5 through like 15 or 16, and I actually at one point faked a peanut allergy because my dad's allergic to peanuts. And so when I was like 7 or 8, I faked a peanut allergy. So I had like a year break of peanut butter jelly sandwiches. The problem, though, is she ended up putting cream cheese instead of the peanut butter. So I finally was like, whatever, I can eat peanut butter.
Hey, but cream cheese is supposed to be healthy for you. And look at me.
It's delicious.
It's still-
Delicious. So are you a crunchy or a creamy peanut butter kind of guy?
I mean, I like either one really. I don't care for the PB&J sandwich though. I'm just Too much.
You're missing out.
Too much.
Wasn't there a PB&J place over there off of Wetmore back in the day? The brown bag. Remember going to school?
Oh yeah,
driving.
brown bag's still there. I don't know
Is
if they.
it?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was PB&J specific, but they did sandwiches. I remember going in there one day. They hand you a brown bag like that when you walk out of there and put your sandwich in a Ziploc. It looks like
What kind of
out of
marketing
your,
is that?
yeah,
There you go.
came out of your
Brown
mom's
bag.
kitchen. It looked like it came out of mom's kitchen, right? Like it's your lunch sack going to school.
That place is a cover for something.
Is it covered?
Right next to the
Whatever's come out of the
airport.
brown bag. It's got the bag. I got PB&J.
Yeah, PB&J.
Oh, here comes that guy again. He wants a PB&J. I guess we got to make him one.
He's really hungry.
He must be hungry. So, what's in the bag? Should we ask?
Oh, is that
Ooh,
like a show question?
I guess it is.
Okay.
No, the segment of this, the part of the segment of this show that we're going to dub is called That Ain't Right.
Okay.
And it's geared towards things that just aren't right. So when John and I were talking the other day, we're like texting in our thread with Mike, and we're like, that ain't right.
Okay.
Mike had the genius idea of saying ketchup doesn't belong on hot dogs.
Right.
Well, we went to Chicago Dogs today, Mike, and we got you a Chicago-style hot dog,
Wait a
and we
minute.
got you like a pint of ketchup over there.
Wait a minute. What do we have here?
We
Let me
got-
pass that down.
So,
What do we have
This
here?
let the
is-
record state, I'm
This is ketchup.
not a ketchup hater, but it just doesn't belong on the dog.
Hater.
Okay.
So we got 4 dogs in there.
Oh
Of course,
my.
some of us like ketchup more than others at this
Okay.
table.
But wait, a little bit of trivia. What is ketchup for originally?
It's a great question. French fries?
It was designed back in the 20s, and it was designed to cover up the taste of rancid meat. Because
Really?
back then they didn't have really good refrigeration and blah blah blah, so
Okay.
they made ketchup to
Huh.
make it taste not so bad.
Interesting.
Point number 2 for why ketchup should not be in a hot dog.
Okay.
And I think a lot of people would agree with you. It's to basically mask
Taste.
taste.
That's what buffalo sauce was for.
At least I found this clip. Hey, it's funny that here's the clip that Mike sent me last night. Well, let's see if it
Oh, video?
Oh yes, this is a great clip.
Yeah.
yeah. If only we can get
Mentions.
video, I'll figure that out.
Yeah, we'll figure
We're
that
new at this stuff.
What's up?
Leave us alone.
We're
First time in the new-
dialing through the. I
Yeah.
think the TV went on idle.
First time in the new
But,
new room. Should I get the remote?
No, I can try to will it to go back on.
Here, let me just switch to the phone and then
It's not
switch
working.
back to the TV
Try it.
and see if it kicks it on.
Beautiful.
But while we do that,
How much is that penthouse to rent? In
If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
that's that is another
that's
global
probably
truth.
a true statement.
Point 3 for the hot dog.
We're
we go.
experiencing some interruptions here.
That's all
Oh
right.
no.
It's
Oh,
okay.
Let me let it settle. I'm on the Wi-Fi.
Here we go.
okay. Oh, something's on.
Oh, here we go. All right, here it comes. This is.
Nobody puts ketchup on a hot dog. This is what.
Look at that.
So here's a clip Mike sent me yesterday.
Look at that! Look at that fidelity. That's sweet.
That is nice. What are we looking at here?
This is Dirty Harry.
Dirty Harry.
In
Ah,
Dirty Harry.
being thrown out of a fourth-floor window because they don't give A's. That doesn't bother me a bit.
Come on, Harry, take it easy.
Or this job either, having to wade through the scum of this city, being swept away by bigger and bigger waves of corruption, apathy, and red tape.
okay.
That doesn't bother me. But you know what does bother me? Come on, you know what makes me really sick to my stomach? Come on. Is watching you stuff your face with those hot dogs. Nobody, I mean nobody, puts ketchup on a hot dog.
Yeah.
Classic.
Vindication.
Classic.
Clint Eastwood knows what's going on.
Dude. He's got some great movies.
Yeah.
Some great movies.
He does.
Some of the westerns are like just unbelievable to watch.
Well,
yeah.
I didn't eat lunch, guys, so I'm gonna
Okay.
stuff my face here while we chat a little bit.
So what's on here? I gotta see what's this.
It
Is,
looks
it,
like a
is it
Chicago
truly
dog.
Chicagoed up? Let's
Shout
find
out to Chicago
it's a-
Dogs. Anybody wanting a Chicago
oh,
dog?
look, what's
We're gonna
it?
plug
Hold on,
you.
wait a minute,
Head
wait a
over off of Joan Smallsburger towards
So
Bitters.
let's reference back
Get
to
your
the.
Chicago
Is it
dog.
on there? We have
Okay.
yellow mustard. Check. Relish.
Do we have-
It's on
oh,
there.
oh,
See it?
Yeah.
We got chopped onions. Yes. 2 wedges of
tomatoes.
The pickle.
Dang.
I can't tell the celery salt, but there probably
If
is.
you can't see that, there you go.
And sport peppers are on there. They have Nailed it.
It is.
Wow.
It is official
That is
Chicago
amazing.
dog. And Mike is about to ruin his.
With ketchup.
No.
Just no, no,
Oh,
no,
we won't ruin
just
it
half
all.
of it. Yeah, it's just half of it. Yeah. I'm gonna take a bite in the right side first, and then
You know
go
what?
on the
I'm
wrong
gonna,
side.
I'm gonna ruin mine too.
Oh.
This looks bad.
Why not?
This looks amazing.
It is pretty good. A little cold, but
So
Not-
what's
not
this
them.
place again?
so Chicago Dogs over off of Jones Maltzberger and Bitters,
Nice.
right next door to Thousand Oaks Cafe.
All right, Chicago dog.
Oh, look at all that blood in my hand. Look at it.
How is it?
The front part of the dog is good. Cold.
Oh,
but
you
still
haven't
good.
gotten the ketchup
No, I
yet.
haven't had the ketchup yet. Look, it's my hand is bleeding from just thinking about it.
Oh my goodness.
Well, luckily we got napkins in here.
Yeah, that's another X against the ketchup. Too messy.
All right,
Is the pickle crunchy?
it's still crunchy.
It's still crunchy.
I'm going to the bad end.
Here we go.
How hungry would you have to be though, to like if you were stuck on an island with only ketchup hot dogs?
I mean,
Guess you eat it, right?
I'm considering eating my
I
hand
wouldn't. I
first.
mean, I'm not a big fan of ketchup on a hot dog, but I just ate it and it was
Raw fish.
just
pretty
tasted
good.
like ketchup.
There you go. That's more up your alley.
That was kind of like what we were discussing
fish.
yesterday. Anchovies
crabs.
and pizza. Think of those sardines.
Right.
Do it. Oh, man. How is it? Life changing?
Not positive life changing.
Are we talking about what's in a hot dog? So
It's better not to know.
No, I don't want to go there.
Are you talking about the 100%?
I like the sausage. I don't know
the
what goes
Oscar
in
Mayer,
it.
like the real Oscar Mayer wiener ones.
Yeah,
Like just a straight up.
the ones we used to eat as kids, you remember?
Oh, for sure. Leaves that film of awesomeness on your mouth. Yeah, love that. Thanks, Mom.
Film of awesomeness.
Yep. Appreciate you, Mom. Okay, I got one. Oh, bologna. I cannot stand bologna. I know you guys are bringing up foods that you hate.
You know, I used to eat bologna as a child.
Me too.
I know what's in it now, and I no.
No?
It's another one of those.
It's like
kinda
chorizo.
like a hot dog?
I love chorizo until I find out what was in it, and I can't eat it anymore.
Oh, please don't ruin that for me.
Wait, so do you eat barbacoa?
No.
You don't
Really?
eat barbacoa? I love
Well,
barbacoa.
actually, I do eat barbacoa.
Okay.
I mean, that's just face meat.
Cast
right?
him out. No.
now,
Where's those at?
No,
Are those at the
where I-
dinner table too?
Let's bring that.
where I
next
start drawing
time.
the line is innards.
I don't
call
want
it
to
some
eat
Uber
stomach.
Eats.
I don't want to
Yeah.
eat tongue.
Yes.
Okay.
So my wife loves menudo,
I'm just flipping
and
it.
it
Oh,
just
I love
I always joke I call it manure when at the house.
Manure.
I'm like, oh, you getting some more manure?
It is kind of true.
It's just super hard for me the idea of tripas. And I get, and I'm probably making some people in San Antonio really upset, but it bothers me. Anything that, like, when you clean an animal, you leave out on the field, like, so when you field dress like a deer, like, all that stuff goes bye-bye. Mm-hmm. I don't get why you would want to,
Vultures got to eat. So just start out there.
but I just don't get why you would want to eat that.
So then you probably like pozole, which is the not so dirty version of menudo.
Oh yeah, I love
Same
love-
spices, usually same mix if I'm not mistaken, just chicken and
meat.
yeah. See, I just like the white corn. That's like my favorite part of the menudo, and the soup, the sopa.
I just realized that's what I like too. Because I don't like menudo, but I like the juice and all that. It just tastes amazing.
Get some corn tortillas.
So it's pozole, I guess.
Pozole, yeah.
Okay.
Get I think they come in like pork and chicken on the pozole,
All
so
right.
you can get either. So Mike, your
Okay,
impression, your takeaway: hot
You know-
ketchup on a hot dog.
Dirty Harry is spot on. It totally overpowers everything else. So I guess it does what it's supposed to do.
See, and as a kid, I used to just put ketchup, mustard.
You don't put it on something you don't like. So why would you want to mask the flavor
So did
of
we?
something that's delicious?
Did we just ruin your hot dog?
Honestly, you've ruined half of my dog. That is sadness in a bun now.
I'm pretty jealous though that you can just walk down the street in Chicago and just grab one of those because that is amazing.
No, so I was growing up. I used to walk to school, and there was like a food truck where they cook the tires off. And you'd walk in one side, you'd order, you walk down and watch them make it, and then they give you to in a bag, and you'd walk home. And it was like I'm so flipping old. It's like 50 cents and a hot dog and fries.
Anybody?
But it was great, yeah.
That was in downtown Chicago.
Well, so I didn't live in like downtown, but it was Chicago proper, Belmont Central area, northwest side of Chicago.
Yeah. That's a good dog.
Used to ride the bus to go to Wrigley Field, watch the game with my dad. You sit in the bleachers because back then the bleachers were really lame.
Yeah.
You get like a bleacher seat for like $1.25 because nobody wanted to sit up there. It was hot. You're in the sun.
Yep.
But as a kid, that was the best.
Yeah, it was the best
Get out
experience.
with the glove. Throw me a ball. And
Sure.
they'd throw me balls.
You know how much those tickets are going for now?
It's stupid expensive now.
Good memories, though.
And it's probably why San Antonio will never have a professional baseball team.
Did go to the missions, though.
Yeah, the missions
It
games
was
are
like
good.
$13, so.
You're wearing the retro Spurs jacket right there.
Yes.
That's totally like 90s.
Dude, yeah.
I'd say like 95.
True. I wore a Ginobili jersey snowboarding, and like some dude was like, Ginobili, that's hilarious. Okay.
How was it hilarious? He's
He must have been a Houston
one of the
fan.
best basketball players of all time. Literally one of the best bench players of all
Yeah,
time.
5 champions.
Yeah.
Chips? 6? somewhere around
But
there?
I mean, the guy, any other team would have been an all-star starter, and it's like he was like, "No, I'll just roll on the bench and just be a badass."
He has that like gumbiness to him, like Euro step over, just like he's just everywhere. You know?
And he's part mission owner now too, isn't he? He owns some of the missions, I think.
Really?
So back to the missions. When do they turn into the Flying Chunkalas? Do you know what the dates are? I got to get me a jersey. The
You know
Flying
the story
Chunkalas.
behind the flying chancla?
Well, I'm steeped in San
it-
Antonio lore that
it
moms
goes-
used to throw them at children,
It goes way back to the heritage.
and that they got arms like Nolan Ryan with their chunkalas.
Essentially, yeah. I mean, I never got hit with the chancla growing up as a kid because I
you
don't
were
like
such a good kid.
I was such a great kid. I was a straight A student. Graduated with honors. Summa cum laude in college. You know the works.
Is that true? Oh wow.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize, but I got my bachelor's degree in computer science for software engineering. So
Okay.
my educational roots take me to a super nerdy level, although I was probably a big jock in high school.
And we still can't figure out that darn camera.
And we still can't figure out the camera.
3 hours.
Defeated by the camera.
It's all right. Thanks, college.
That's IT right there, dude. That's not engineering. If you want me to hack the camera and put some software on it, I could. But
Oh, yeah, I could pay you for some jobs for sure.
have you not seen my my iPhone name? It's just called Mexican Hacker.
Are you a hacker?
No.
So, were you responsible for
I
taking down
was-
AT&T this morning?
I was not responsible for taking down AT&T this morning.
Hackers always say that.
If I was, I wouldn't be here on the podcast.
Right? You got
I'd
paid.
be out buying Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces.
The ransomware paid off.
The ransomware is paid off. So funny because I worked in the software world for years, and probably about 7 years. I say years, but 7 years. And as a product manager, just developing software stuff, and they put you through like these stupid courses at your company, like IT courses, cybersecurity. Like, oh, don't click this link, and they would totally throw you off because they would like send it from, Al Gore or whatever it would have been, like, and it's somebody in your office, and like they trying to basically fish, and essentially the organization would give you a score, how many times you clicked on phishing or malware, and the IT department would come to you at the end of the week and be like,
Ernest, you clicked on every single email we sent you.
well, it had your name on it, so
Actually, my company has that.
they do, right?
They call it Fishing Friday, but then they just roll it out to fishing any day you want. So some of them are pretty dang sneaky.
Did they give you a score?
Well, if you click it, a skull and crossbow comes up, and I think your boss has been notified.
Mike's like, yes, new high score.
I'm happy to say I've only gotten fished once this year.
Yikes.
Well, actually, it was last year. This
got-
year, perfect.
What happened?
Well,
Elaborate.
It was the fake fish.
So you're sitting in your office.
Nothing bad happened.
Email pops up, notification.
It was from a title company that I was expecting it,
Yep.
and they tweaked a couple of the letters in the email. I didn't catch it. Just clicked on it, and opening attachment, and the skull and crossbow popped up.
Because usually you can look at the email and it's
Yeah.
like, from John XYZ 5,000 million.
It's usually the tail end of the email that tells you the.
It's supposed to be like from First American Title Company. It was FTT or something instead of it, and I think, that makes sense.
It happens though. I mean, our industry is probably the most fished industry.
Oh, it's such large intelligence. floating
That's
around,
why
yeah.
they've put so much like stuff in place where wire fraud, like we have to get people to sign wire fraud to let them know, hey, I'm never going to ask you for money. So if somebody asks you for money, it's not us.
It's not us.
It's not us.
Dude, scams are rampant. Scams
Yeah.
are everywhere. So,
They are.
You know, you've got Bitcoin scams. You got. I was just watching the YouTube dude got scammed at the beach. Like he's sitting there looking at his chair. The first scammer number one walks in front of you, gets your attention, and immediately they come and grab your bag, from behind. Right? They either walk off with it or bury it. I'm like, oh, you bury the bag, so now
I can get it.
Yeah, it's super interesting. But
I've seen something like that where they had a secret ice chest, I think it was, and he would basically walk and like set his ice chest, and it had a like trap door in it, and it would.
That is awesome.
It had like no, it literally would
ingenuity
pick,
those crooks
it would
have.
pick up stuff off like in front of people, and they wouldn't
Like the
realize.
sunglasses and
Yeah.
stuff.
I love
Imagine
that.
if they would just work hard.
Yeah.
Hard work. What's that song?
don't you bash the scammers. All right?
They got a duty too,
They put some thought into that.
Well,
scam.
so going through school, they actually did put me through like coding classes to basically use like MySQL to essentially write like hacks. And there are two different types of hackers. You got your white hat hackers and your black hat hackers, right? Your white hat hackers are people who hack for the fun of it to tell people about their vulnerabilities, and the black hat hackers are like what AT&T probably just experienced, where they're trying to get sensitive data and sensitive information. Well, there are people out there that make a buttload of money as a white hat hacker, and you can be contracted from some of these big companies to basically knock their walls down on their infrastructure and report how you did it to them.
For $300,000.
For $300,000.
Yeah, appreciate that.
$300,000. He's multi-million.
I mean, from a company standpoint, that's cheap though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Versus a breach.
I wish they would just sign me up, and I'd be like, man, you guys are really good. I can get in there. It's like, give me 300,000.
I tried for like 10 minutes. I couldn't get
I
in.
totally spent all day.
So there's actually a repository on GitHub and on a couple other places. There's an actual dedicated website that you can go to actually get those contracts. I've done like one or two of them just to keep my skills fresh.
Fucking Jason Bourne, watch out.
But
Jason Ford.
This is
Gordito over there, watch out. No, but yeah,
cool, though.
they pay some pretty good money. I never got into that part of the things because it's literally trying to find those vulnerabilities. You're writing code to essentially go and look for those things. And it's funny because when ChatGPT came out and AI came out, they essentially had to train their system to not write that code, because you can go to ChatGPT and tell it to write me JavaScript that will connect these two API endpoints, and it'll regurgitate out JavaScript that you can take to like a Postman and throw it in there, upload it, have it set up on a monitor, and it'll just essentially run your automation for you. But you go in there and try and like say, hey, write me code to syskey somebody's computer. I don't know if you know what syskey is or anything, but it's essentially you send like
Is he speaking English?
it's not a virus, but you lock them out of the computer. If you've ever seen, I forget his name. He's a big dude on YouTube. He does it all the time to the people that are scamming people. He goes in and like calls them and records it, and I think it's Scam Hackers or Scan Spammer or something like that. But he does it and he records it. But he syskeys some of those guys, and you can hear him in the background like, you mother trucker, like you can't do that. Well, anyway, on the that ain't right segment.
Right. Yeah, so now my hand smells like ketchup. That's even
So now your
worse.
hand smells like ketchup. So now we got some desserts to follow up with, because one of my things is I've never had pistachio flavored ice cream, and in my eyes, that ain't right.
mint flavored ice cream is not right either. But yeah, pistachio. Let's go with the pistachio.
Pistachio flavored ice cream. So we got some ice cream for you guys.
So my wife's Italian. Pistachio ice cream is good.
I'm Italiano.
It's good. Pistachio ice
Mike,
cream.
you got to do the it's
Oh,
Italian.
we have
Luigi
food. Okay.
comes
We got
in
some
here to give us some food.
Sweet.
Hopefully the table is clean.
Dude, I'm super glad I stopped in today.
James is like, I forgot to eat lunch.
James, I just got a hot
I've
dog.
got $5. You're gonna like it.
Well, the other part is the pickle popsicle.
Now that's not right.
If you had a pickle popsicle, you say you had. I think you
No,
had.
I've never had a popsicle. I used to. So years ago, whenever I worked in the oil field, we would always do the pickle shots because you get
Oh, 'cause,
cramps.
yeah, you
it's
need
it's
that.
like 100 degrees outside, and you're just drenched in sweat. And yeah, I don't care how much water and Gatorade you drink, it's like you end up cramping. So you get a little pickle shot, and you're like, oof, like knocks it out.
Mike gets those cramps from writing those loans all that time.
Yeah, I just type at the desk.
No,
and
I-
dehydrated.
I bet like on some of the days when you're doing your running,
when I run,
especially over
yeah.
the summer.
Well,
yeah.
I got to run at old dark 30 because
Yeah.
once the sun comes up, you just burst into flame out there.
Here, I'm gonna use the same plate.
It's green.
Is it green?
It is green.
So,
It should be green.
It should be green.
long story short, I like
It's
pistachio.
dyed green.
But I don't think pistachio, and this is pistachio almond, so that might change things up a little bit too. I just don't think it belongs on an ice cream.
Especially if you have a nut allergy, it'll definitely.
You don't know
change
until you try it out. then you're going to be in trouble.
Had to bring the nut allergy out there, didn't you? So I'm wondering, and just curious, who actually came out with the idea of pistachio flavored ice cream?
I'm sure it's got to go back to Italy.
Where
Oh,
did
sure. The home of the pistachio.
Is that the home of the pistachio? Really?
I believe,
Okay.
yes, indeed.
Love sitting with Mike for just an hour. You're gonna learn some things.
so where did pistachio? Oh, it did. Oh, Mike knows. He hit it.
Italy.
That says Italy for all you out there
There you
listening
go.
and watching.
Bam. See, I knew about ketchup.
And it's not said
I knew
Italy, it's
pistachio.
Italy.
Italy.
First made pistachio ice cream. James W. Parkinson's has been around since the 1800s,
James
but
is making
became
the best stuff.
popular around
Yes.
1903.
He also made the Parkinson's illness.
All right, Marty
That
McFly.
was a joke. Ow! Shots.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Edit. Cut. Edit.
No, those are the best.
But yeah, so it originated at James W. Parkinson in 1903. So we've had pistachio ice cream this long, but HEB, where you been? Because I ain't never seen it until just recently.
I wonder where it's most popular. I guess where are the Italians at? In the
Now I almost think we
There
should
you
put
go.
some ketchup on top of that.
No,
and see
why
how-
Yeah.
Now that
They're
ain't
going to have to
right.
pay me to eat that.
Hey, what was it in high school? I'll do it if you do it.
with so many things.
It's like some of my best nights had it was ended like that, and some of my worst.
There's a lot of bad nights. What are you talking? I'll do it if you do it. Or the I double dog dare you.
A lot of it due to alcohol too. I mean, alcohol can kind of inhibit and make you do
let's-
some stupid things.
Oh,
For sure.
let's try it. Mike, does your freezer work over there? All right, that's
Well, it's been sitting out for a
It
while.
looks pretty good.
it's
It's
on,
firm.
It's on ice. We won't show you all the other stuff Mike brought over. That's for
That's for the
episode
next
3.
All right.
So
All right, so while we're eating pistachio ice
first
cream,
impression right here. And while we eat it, go ahead and
so
inform
a couple of more Italian things for you. So if you're having like stuffed noodles with cheese, if you're American, it's manicotti, but that caused the Italians to cringe. It's manigot. Manigot.
That's actually really good, and I just thought of something. But
See?
while we're crunching on the hot dogs and ice cream, we're probably gonna get that in the audio. No.
Be all right.
Oh, see, delicious.
But my first impression, you don't taste a bunch of pistachio. I taste more of the almond in this than I do anything. I don't get the pistachio flavor.
It's a subtle flavor. It caresses your tongue.
Like a true Italian.
A true Italian will
I
caress
think
your
we need to
tongue.
edit everything I say.
No, this is definitely not PG.
This is what we came for. This is what we came for, sir. But come on, it's kind of cheap to not throw real pistachios in there, right? Like, don't
Yeah.
fake me out with the
Yeah,
almond.
it's like you should have put some pistachio sprinkle on this. So what? It's like 50 cents more than the almond.
Yeah, like your company will go under.
I
But
think I got a little hot dog in my.
okay, delicious.
Where's that ketchup?
Breyer's next flavor, pistachio hot dog. Get
Hey
on
John,
it.
I'll do it if you do it.
No,
Let's do it,
no,
John.
It just sounds awful.
Here, look. I'll just do a little.
I ran out.
Here we go.
I'm
Oh.
so sad.
Oh, wow.
This is Mike.
Oh no!
They're gonna be like, that dude's disgusting.
Fear factor comes to San Antonio.
here it goes. You ready,
Oh,
John?
I'm sitting next to him too. Oh Lord!
That's actually not bad.
That's not right.
That ain't right.
No, it's actually not that bad.
That ain't right.
They're both hear me out. They're both sweet, right? It's ice cream and ketchup. Ketchup sweet, just different taste,
Different sweetnesses.
different sweetness.
No. Now, put the pickle pop on it. See what happens.
Oh yeah, we got pickle pops too.
Pops.
Let's get hydrated.
Bam! All right. Where'd you find these?
Tear that
yahoos?
So you could pick these up at your local HEB if you're here in San Antonio.
And everybody that's on the keto diet, it's keto friendly.
Oh, that's great to know.
Says it's a good rehydration thing.
I don't get that. I mean, but that's fine. I don't need to get it. I know you just.
We
just went
probably
over that.
need scissors.
Oh.
Actually, no, we don't. We're good.
We're men.
We're men.
We just
Have you seen that?
Real men.
Be a man.
hey, look how cold that is. See, my
Oh.
freezer's fine.
The freezer's fine, yeah.
Did you waste the?
Who are you? What's wrong?
Did you waste these wonderful whiskey cubes?
I don't think we're left over.
So, kind of going back to the pickle pop.
I'll eat.
Technical-
We've already
difficulty.
tried it
Yeah.
due to
Tried it.
technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties, but we did try the pickle pops.
So half the table thought it was fantastic.
Let's see what it's got in it, though. Oh man, this is
It's
where
a bunch
this is
of
Mike's
salt.
department. It's got vinegar, salt, natural flavoring, sodium benzenite, potassium sorbate, guar gum,
All the things you'd find in pickles.
all the things you'd find in a pickle.
Not yellow 5.
Not yellow 6.
I mean, in the pickles I eat. Sure.
You're like, I only like yellow 8.
Yellow hit. I only like red 40. It's good for me.
If you are a pickle lover, though,
It's not getting better.
Are you still trying it?
I still have some more.
He's like, let me make sure the sweetness of the ice cream didn't wear off yet.
one thing for the pickle lovers, though, if you are a pickle lover, go on Facebook, get in the Pickle Lovers Unanonymous group, and you will have thousands of ideas how to eat pickles. And with tahini and all sorts of crazy stuff.
Why is there even a page for that?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I like pickles.
Wait, are you
but-
part of it? Are you like the
oh, he's the
creator?
founder.
He's the creator
He's just like,
moderator of
it's-
the
He's like, it's anonymous.
Pickles Anonymous. Pickle Eater Anonymous.
Yeah. Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
That
didn't-
that ain't right.
That didn't come out right.
That ain't right.
So what else ain't right, Mike, in the mortgage industry?
The Federal Reserve ain't right. I just wish they would shut up. I mean, they've done enough cutting. It'll work through the system. Just be quiet and let it work. Every time they open their mouth, the market goes, ooh, just let it work. They've
So
done enough.
rates up, down.
Rates have
all
been,
around.
the last 2 weeks have been like this to the rate market. We're getting pounded.
Taking blows.
So
You're getting
back
pounded.
we're back up to the sevens, low sevens.
Yeah.
Wow.
We were in the low sixes a couple weeks ago. Well, about 3 weeks ago. We're back in the mid-low sixes.
So you think we're gonna have a good spring season then?
If the Fed would shut up, we will.
You hear that? Shut up.
Paul, I'm talking to you, buddy.
We don't need you to see your wrinkly face. Please don't hurt me.
Well, no, and I mean, so like the DOJ, we have stuff going on the real estate side as well, like on the realtor side with like commissions and everything like that. Like, there's just so many moving components right now that it's really not fun to be in those situations, but outcomes of these issues can determine the trajectory of what real estate looks like here in the foreseeable future.
Am I the only one who loves pickle pops?
Pickle pop. Pickle pop. Brought to you by John Hansen at My Home Group. my insurance group. My
That's
home
right.
group. My insurance group,
That's
not
right.
my home.
Yes, we're gonna get that right. My home group. My
My
home-
insurance
This
group.
is my group of homies, though.
My homies. Just chilling with the homies.
That's right.
So the guy at Chicago Dogs, when I stopped there, he's like, "What are you gonna do with 4 hot dogs?" I said, "Dude, you're asking the wrong question."
Not eat them? Why would I ever eat a hot dog?
Well, it's me by myself, so some might be like 4 hot dogs and 1 thing of fries.
I mean,
like,
it'd be
you
different
know.
if, like if you ordered it to eat there, but you ordered it to go. It's like, why would anybody even ask? Like, what are you gonna do with food?
should say thank you.
So I told him we're going to be on the Homes and Homies podcast trying Chicago dogs. Aside from the ketchup, Chicago dogs 1 through 10, Mike, what do you give it?
It's kind of hard because it was cold and sat out a while.
Yeah.
But as far as authenticity, it had all the right stuff.
Per
The
your
bun,
paper.
The bun was right.
Right.
I think it's probably a Vienna dog. So as far as authentic, it gets a 10.
Nice.
Now, taste probably, my tongue is still getting punched by the ketchup, but it's probably,
The vinegar and the ketchup.
The ketchup, and then it's getting slapped by the pickle pop.
It got handcuffed too.
I would say it is equally good to Portillo's.
The pickle pop is handcuffing
Ooh,
the
that's
ice
a
cream.
bold statement. equally to
Portillo's,
Portillo's.
the hot dog itself.
Ooh,
I bet you as long as you put it together, I bet you if you took a warm one from here and one from Portillo's and tried them.
I don't know, man. That Portillo's, it maybe just I'm
Close
like
your eyes.
romanticizing Portillo's.
So Portillo's is fresh. You watch them make it.
Yeah.
You spin
Envision it, John.
and then they-
Envision it.
Yeah,
Foresee
I'm
it.
just like I just like I've eaten there like 2 or 3 times, but and it was all you're doing too. When I went to Chicago, I was like, hey, where do I eat? He's like Portillo's.
You
I
got
was like, cool.
Portillo's.
And I was like, yes.
Yeah, it's probably super
I
dog.
went like this every time I went there. 'Cause
For
like,
the
it wasn't
listeners,
good.
where is Portillo's?
There's a lot of Portillo's. I mean, there's
We
a
don't
bunch
have
of-
one here in San Antonio,
There's
though.
supposed to be one's coming.
Oh,
They
okay.
talked about it, but
Yeah.
that was a while ago. It never materialized.
There was
We'll see
one
what
that
happens.
there's
They
one that
need
was
funding.
just they just
They got a ton of money. Don't worry about that.
they just made one in Dallas, and so
Okay.
my brother lives in the colonies up there, and they made one literally right like probably a mile away from his house. And I was like, hey, you ever go there? He's like, no, the line's too long. I was like,
But it goes fast.
That's kind of like the barbecue of Texas, right? Like you go up to Stubbs or Franklin's and the line's wrapped around the building just because you're trying to get brisket or you're trying to get something there. And yeah.
So
Make
it's
sure
like
you-
a Chick-fil-A. The
I-
line
yeah.
moves. It is what it is.
Yeah, but rate Portillo's if you're watching this, and this is a little
Yeah.
cutscene. What do you think about Portillo's?
What do you think about
Here's
it?
my shout out for Wrigleyville. They are equally as good as Portillo's.
Let's just, we'll plug everything. Thrive Mortgage, we got Mike on the podcast today. Ate a hot dog with ketchup for the first time.
What's that?
Sad, but he gives Chicago dogs, what was it, a 9 of 10?
Authenticity a 10. A taste probably 7, but it was cold, so it's kind of hard to judge.
Yeah, it was a little cold. That's my bad.
yeah.
But if you're watching Dude at the drive-thru, buenísimo.
Call me.
This is what we did to it.
Call me for all your home needs, and hopefully you enjoy those $2 bills.
Oh, wait. So I got,
Oh, yeah, your $2
should I
bill
bring up my
story.
$2
Yeah.
bill story?
Ah,
Oh, snap.
So
My
one
$2 are in my wallet.
So one day I was walking through the mall, and I was hungry, so I went to a Taco Bell because I didn't have a couple bucks in my pocket. It was a $2 bill. And I said, hey, can I get 2 tacos?
Sure.
And I'm going to pay a $2 bill. And they said, you can't use that here. That's like fake money. I said, it's a $2 bill. It's legal. They called security on me. The security guy comes over and goes, what's the problem here? He's trying to pay fake money. And then let me see it. He goes, it's a $2 bill. It's money. And the guy's like, I can't take this. It's not real money. So the security guy finally said, look, that is real money. You can take it. The guy in the reception that didn't even know what a $2 bill was.
Isn't the $2 bill like the most counterfeited bill anyway? I think it is.
No,
I thought it
the
was
20
one of.
is.
Is it the
Who's
20
going
or
to
is
waste
it
their time
2?
with a $2 bill? It's just not worth it.
Yeah,
I carry $2 bills.
Yeah, I think you're the only person.
Yeah, you're,
Yeah, that
you're
grabs-
literally the only person I've ever heard of.
I carry $2 bills and I carry $1 gold coins.
dude, you definitely graduated.
So you're
an
talking like
IT
second
degree.
wheels?
Yeah,
those are a big fail, big bust.
you think?
What was?
A lot of them, they're worth a lot of money.
The
some of
second
them.
Juias, there was a $1 coin, and it's too close to the size of a quarter. So people are like, I'm just,
It looks like a game token. You remember how you used to go to Chuck E. Cheese and put the little gold coins? That's what it looks
Yeah.
like. But it's a fiat. You could actually use it.
Okay.
So when I go get coffee, I tip the baristas with $2 or $2 coin or a dollar coin.
So the idea was that they last a lot longer than dollars. So they want to get rid of the dollar bill and go to the coins.
Sure.
But as Americans, like, we're not doing that.
No. Soccer?
It's like-
nah, football.
the
No, it's football. Football. Football dell'Americano.
Exactly.
That's why John wore the Cowboys hat today.
No, that's not. That's not why John
Fail.
wore the Cowboys hat. Want to tell him why he wore the Cowboys hat today, John?
Hey, you had the Thrive hat on earlier today.
He's got an ammo box on his shirt.
Well, this is my present from my wife for
Oh,
for Valentine's Day. Roses are red, violets are blue. I love my gun. It goes pew pew pew. I mean, how do you go wrong with that?
did y'all?
You could get away with that though. You were military.
Yeah, but do you have insurance?
I have insurance through my insurance guy group. It's awesome insurance.
Because they're trying to.
Oh, he's just
Oh,
trying
yeah,
to,
that whole
the Florida
California
they're
thing.
trying to regulate.
Is that
right?
California or Florida?
Florida?
That's even crazier to me. That
With
it's Florida.
DeSantis
So they're trying to have what?
A
overthrow him.
liability policy.
Mandatory-
Anybody that carries and I hadn't read this. James was telling us about
If
it.
I only read that as if you were a gun owner that you would have to have a mandatory liability policy, or you'd be fined $500.
So I know they did that in Washington too.
Did they?
Yeah. Insurance. Let's see if we can find it here.
I'm going in.
Insurance. Psh, nothing's
Washington,
nothing's ever
so
gonna happen.
Olympian is reporting.
Yeah, this is-
Washington gun owners would have to carry gun liability insurance under this new proposed bill. you imagine having to buy insurance for your gun? Hey, John, I need to insure my gun.
I mean,
What kind of gun
So
is it?
it's Washington. Let me get this right, though. So that's the same state where the rioters sued the city and won because they were hurt while rioting.
sure.
It's also the same state where. So I lived in Washington for about 8 years. I don't associate myself with Washington.
You escaped.
I'm an Idahoan, if that's a thing.
I know. Yeah.
I hope not.
Well-
it is gorgeous up in Washington.
Well, we lived like 10 minutes from the Idaho border. We were on the eastern side of Washington. All my eastern Washington people out there listening, you know what I'm talking about. We don't associate ourselves with western Washington.
They just need to redraw the line.
But even Kirkland, I mean that whole area, Seattle, like it's gorgeous. I
It's
mean, it
beautiful.
is
You
so
just
pretty.
don't go downtown Seattle. Like that's the known. You got the tent camps, unfortunately, down there, but they have like safe space for you to go shoot up your drugs. Like if you're into drugs.
Oh, for sure. Where's that at?
No.
Asking for a friend.
They got pot shops for you.
What do you say? Anyways.
They got free pot shops with pickle pops.
Oh, I'll take yours.
You're still doing it?
There's more in there.
No, yours is good.
That is wrong on so many levels.
John's gonna devour the rest of that pistachio almond ice cream. I could already see
Dude, that stuff is actually really good.
It is
I
good.
think that's my favorite thing that we ate today.
Oh, by far.
Yeah.
I got one for you. Did you know that there was 30 earthquakes within the last 30 days in South Texas?
Yeah, it's Musk boring out tunnels. Didn't you know that?
Somebody says that.
I don't know about that.
I didn't hear any of that.
Not on your local news, is it?
No.
It's a true story.
Falls. Yeah, I think the first one was like in Falls City, if I remember correctly. And then,
Yeah, I knew there was an earthquake or two. I didn't realize it was 30 in 30 days.
have you ever
Wow.
been through an earthquake? So interesting story. When we were living in Washington, there was an earthquake about 100 miles away from us, but it was like a 6.7. So by the time it got to us, it was like a 4.
Jeez.
But my wife and I are sitting on the sofa watching TV, and she's pregnant at the time, and we're sitting there. And I thought I had just like smoked a fat joint or something. Like I did not do that, by the way. But I'm sitting there like literally like, why am I swaying? Like I'm doing this on the sofa. And I'm like, why am I swaying like so bad? And like your eyes start to go like all miscombobulated. And her and I both look to our right, and like our dining room is right there, and we had a chandelier. And the chandelier's like this, and we're like, oh, earthquake. We're like, what the heck?
I get that feeling whenever there's an eclipse.
Yeah.
And the light starts to change. If it's during the middle of the day, I become like very like, I don't know, just kind of disoriented kind of deal.
It's like your equilibrium gets thrown off.
Yeah.
But like we were just sitting there like, I know that's not the TV moving, and I know I know nothing was in those tacos.
And we're not used to that. Like I've never. Have you ever been in one?
Well, so when I had my farm out in Elmendorf, there was one that came through. It was like, and it was over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right.
So is it because we're on a just a question? Is it because we're on a fault line, or is it because of the fracking, or is it because of
There's a couple different factors, right? So we are on a fault line.
Yeah.
There is fracking, and whatever the another factor you want to see. Elon's tunnels.
Yeah.
No, it's dead.
I know you posted that. I was like, it's Elon's tunnel.
Oh, was that you? I thought it was something serious.
He's like, I thought it was a news reporter.
He got me.
Is this deep state stuff? I mean,
I thought I had.
We're not going to go down that rabbit
Are
hole.
the phones is the solar flares connected with the earthquakes also? Or?
It's part of the agenda, whatever the agenda is.
Such a bunch of bull.
I'm a fan of Elon's tunnels. I think they're
Yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah.
I do too.
So I feel like I'm missing something. What's up with Elon's tunnels? I didn't even know he was.
Is they
doing
going from
tunnels.
Houston to Dallas?
Something like that.
There's some in
Well,
LA already.
yeah.
right?
So in LA, I think it's under the airport. I think it's under LAX.
Is it?
Tesla, I think it's just Tesla. It might be all electric vehicles, but they have tunnels that will transport you.
That's true.
And these tunnels basically cars haul butt. Like it's just like go as fast as you want.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was like calculated, like the car took over and it just like takes you down this tunnel, or if you can do what you want to do. But
I saw this on iRobot.
Yeah.
You know what happens next? you're Will Smith.
There's ghosts in the machine.
Let's see here. Let's see if it lets me connect.
It does freak me out though. If you have to think about like a robot, like iRobot style.
Yeah.
Thought about it before.
So
That's why I bought a 50 cal. I want a 50 cal.
You
Didn't buy one.
Because those robots
I was
take
gonna
some
say,
little
do I-
punch and
yeah.
knock it down.
Yeah.
Get a Desert Eagle.
Yeah, for sure. Like I need something strong enough to take that aluminum out.
So Elon Musk, Boring Company, builds tunnel to transport Teslas. This is on the BBC News. Waiting.
Waiting.
So what should we do next week? Next week's gonna come up. We're gonna. You have some interesting ideas. You on board?
Baloney.
Oh,
That's a bunch of
I'm
baloney.
down.
well, we can
Is
do.
this a formal invite to join the podcast?
Yes, yeah, you guys are now going to be
we're
hosts.
gonna. Yeah. You can join the podcast.
All right.
But
And homies.
next week we could do. Let's do one food. So we'll do some bologna, and then
yeah, we should do baloney. I
we're
hate
gonna
baloney.
dive into skinny jeans.
Oh,
Oh, did Mike wear his
I
skinny
didn't wear my
jeans?
skinny jeans today. I'll wear them next week.
where's the spinner?
Oh, show them the spinner, John.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We-
wait a
we
minute.
had a
And
spinner.
we went ahead and made an executive decision.
We were
that
hungry.
We were going to just go ahead and eat everything today. But one of these times we should have a little spin on C
What are we eating?
Different topics.
ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, we,
Yeah,
just,
so-
we just went ahead and eat it all.
So submit topics, right? If you got topics that
Oh,
wanna
yeah.
You
see,
have a
Yeah.
topic.
Ketchup on hot
Catch-
dog.
I ate
You
that,
have the
unfortunately.
group
I ate all of them, so.
text me, yo.
But here are these.
I like how they didn't even put ketchup on their hot dog.
No, I was the only one who got punished.
I did it.
Oh, you
That
did?
is-
Yeah,
I put
I-
ketchup on my ice cream.
That,
That makes that makes up
Dude,
for
that actually
everything.
looked really gross.
Look at these tunnels, dude. Like this is under Los Angeles.
the Vegas loop.
Oh, this is Vegas, I guess.
Tesla. Y'all are crazy. As long as the
You
lighting's
know,
good.
yeah.
If the lighting's good, everything's
I'm
bad.
in Vegas.
Imagine if that was just like white lights. It'd just be like a bus stop, but an underground bus stop.
It looks like they made out of containers. That wall looks like a
There you
container
go.
wall. Hey, I'm over here.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know what she's like.
But this isn't quite what Elon Musk had envisaged when he created the boring.
I thought I was making trains.
Elon Musk
I think he's doing everything.
was incredibly ambitious. That people in Teslas would be transported into this huge network of tunnels.
Oh, that would be weird.
At more than 100 miles an hour, using its autonomous features. This, emphatically, is
Ladies and gentlemen, you want to know why your insurance is so high? One factor is that there's so much technology inside of these vehicles that if you touch it the wrong way, if you break it, you're going to hurt yourself.
I just want to see the tunnel. Show me the
You're
tunnel.
going to have thousands of dollars in damage.
Come on, show us going in the car on the tunnel.
It's fun and a bit different. But is this really
Is-
going to revolutionize transport?
Is it really?
Oh, what's going in?
In LA and Baltimore and Washington
Oh, that's awesome.
Cool.
disappeared from the company's website.
Could you imagine if they accidentally turned a wheel
Plans to work
like
with the Boring Company
a hair too much and fell off that ledge?
tunnel network
That car would be like.
Central Las Vegas.
But I want to see. I want to see you go through the tunnel. I don't want
What's the
to.
big boring machine?
Ah, here we go. 116 miles per hour through the tunnel.
Oh, that's all they
Dang,
do?
they really did that? That's ridiculous.
What happens if you lose power? Like run out of power in the middle of the tunnel, and another Tesla comes.
Smashes you.
Oh, they're going down.
That almost feels like a safety hazard. Imagine if that was like a parking spot, like they showed going down, and another car comes and turns in between cars to try to parallel park. They just fall in the hole.
It's like a,
Okay, come on, guys.
it's like a ride.
Let's see the.
There we go.
Now, I wonder if these can withstand earthquakes.
Oh, so it's called the Boring Company. That's the actual.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you see the flamethrowers that they made?
Yeah, they're pretty legit.
So he's actually driving?
Yeah, that's what I said. I'd be.
No. It's got to be automatically moving the wheel for him.
I would hope so.
Are they doing 110, 112?
Is that all that Tesla got?
You know what I don't like about that, though? What if your tires are not in the best shape? You know what I mean? Like, going 120 on is just tough on your tires.
Yeah, but what if you go 60 and then there's somebody going 120 behind? I'm just.
That's. Or what if your battery dies in the middle of that thing? You can't get out.
That's a good point too. Yeah, it's got to be autopilot, but the battery thing is valid.
That would freak me out. Battery dies right in the middle of the road, and the car comes and.
How cool is that?
That's outrageous.
Now they're in Hollywood. And they're at the studio. Yeah, but dude, it's crazy where technology is going.
I did not expect that to be 116.
Like the Cybertrucks now out on the road. I saw one the other day. That freaking thing's
I haven't seen
crazy.
one.
They're nuts. Got a buddy that has the Rivian, and he loves that thing.
What's it costing? Did he tell you? It's a good chunk of change.
I think it's like they bought it used. It was like
Yeah.
75, 76.
That's not so bad.
So, but like brand new, I think they're like 120, 130.
Ouch.
Really?
Well, Tesla, the base model Tesla is like 60. To my understanding.
Right. Yeah, no. I'm good. For now.
For now. Well, should we wrap it up? Leave it for next episode?
It's a wrap.
Wrap it.
Do we sing or something?
I don't know.
Last time John
Holmes
did
and Homies needs the theme song.
No.
Trademark. Intellectual property.
Mana.
Well,
Well, this
Oh
is,
yeah, the.
you've been listening to Holmes and Homies podcast. Come back next week.
Send me more pistachio. Signing out.
Signing out.